Yo, what up, Card Kingdom family? Kenji back for some more drafting here on Magic Online. Got some more Phyrexia, all will be one. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. And as always, don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all of your Magic card-related needs. We have got ourselves one of the 10 Planeswalkers in the format. Half of them are Mythic, half of them are Rare. And Mythic does not necessarily mean better, as Kaya is certainly one of the better ones, although it's more expensive and also hard to cast, but I'm still certainly going to take it here. Pick one, pack one. 7 mana, 6 loyalty. She has hexproof, so can't be targeted by any of those pesky exile or destroy effects, and has quite a few good abilities, so very strong card, kind of hard to cast, but worth first picking here over, say, Cephalopod Sentry, great blue-white artifact flyer. Punisher's fine. You see a Planeswalker, you generally take a Planeswalker. That being said, you see a Drivnod, Carnage Dominus. You probably don't necessarily need to take the Drivnod, as this card is okay. This is one of the Dominus cards, one of each, or there's one in each color. I think this one is probably one of the weaker ones overall. 8/3 for 5 mana is a little bit of an awkward stat line, and yes, it can gain indestructible like all of the other Dominus creatures, but exiling 3 creatures from your graveyard is not necessarily the easiest thing to do. I think here we have a pretty easy Vivisection Evangelist as a nice follow-up to the Kaya, another black-white card here. 4/4 Vigilance for 5. Maybe that's not the best stat line, but if you have Corrupted on the opponent, does this card become amazing? So the black-white deck is, in my experience anyways, not generally trying to kill with poison. You're generally just trying to get your opponent to that 3 Corrupted so you can turn on all of your relevant cards, and Evangelist is one of the best payoffs. Let's take that here and see what we can do. Into perhaps, yeah, I'm happy just to take a 3rd pick Stinging Hivemaster here. A really annoying creature, kind of like a big crawling chorus in a sense. It's 3 power, 3 mana, toxic 1, and then it does have that ability of making a might when it dies. What other cards would I consider in this pack? Actually, this pack's just not very good. Like a lot of okay playable cards, maybe. But especially with after our first 2 picks, I think the Hivemaster makes the most sense here. If we're lucky, we can wheel like the Offer Immortality, a trick I've been really happy with. Complete Devotion, great toxic trick as well. Charge of the Mites. Ooh, there's a Slaughter Singer here too for the green-white toxic deck. I think with what our start looks like, though, I don't want to take the Slaughter Singer, even though maybe it's the better card. What we have here is an Incisor Glider. This has been another surprisingly good one in a lot of different archetypes. 1/3s for 2 mana in this format block a lot of the random aggro cards. It's an artifact for any of the artifact synergies, and if you have the means to get the poison on your opponent, the Corrupted ability is extremely strong, so I like taking the Incisor Glider here over the Charge of Mites, which I think would be our second choice. Pretty good pick so far, though. Into pick 5, we have like a Fleshless Gladiator. This has been an okay filler card if you need some early game plays. The Corrupted ability is like okay, but this is not really a payoff or anything. It's just an okay 2-drop value card. Shoulder's Headcleaver has been pretty good as well. I had this pegged as one of my best, or yeah, top 3 like black commons in the format when it first came out, and that probably has come down a little bit. Maybe it's like top 5, but it's still pretty solid. The Menace and the Toxic 2 can really lead to some unfortunate circumstances for your opponent, so we'll take that here. Into a Geth, another one of those black rares that don't really want to be taken. 3 mana, 3/4. Other creatures you control get -1/-1, and then it has a strong ability, but I don't think I've ever seen a good Geth. What I'm going to take here is probably just the Annihilating Glare. Good removal spell. You can cast it for 5 mana if you have that ability, or you can sacrifice a creature to cast it cheaper. So solid enough here. Good with cards like the Hivemaster, if we can get some Crawling Choruses. Good pickup. Another card that has come way down for me is the Sinew Dancer. Similar to the Headcleaver, I had it pegged as one of the best white commons when the format first came out, and then after playing it, this card has just done nothing but go down, down, down. This might be like a top 15 white common here. I'm going to take the Dune Mover. Nice little 2-drop. It's got Toxic, and it can set up your draws if you're looking for mana, so I'm generally pretty happy to play Dune Mover in any of my decks, even if I'm just playing 2 colors. There's a Gulping Scrap Trap here, a decent enough 5-drop. Nice proliferate value when it ETBs or dies, or we have a second Head Cleaver. I don't think either of these choices is wrong. Would I rather have 1 Scrap Trap and 1 Head Cleaver, or would I rather have 2 Head Cleavers? I guess I'm okay just cutting off the Toxic cards for now and just taking the Head Cleaver. Bone Picker Scourge, our first wheel. This one's fine as well. Another corrupted card that gets a lot better when you do have the 3 poison, right? 3/3 flyer for 2, or it gains Death Touch and Lifelink if you have the corrupt. Another Dune Mover on the wheel is fine as well. Really, you just want to get the good 2-drop Toxic creatures, and though Dune Mover is not the best of them in black-white, since you have access to like the 2/2 First Strike Toxic or the Rat, it's still good enough. Offer of Immortality, also really, really good here. Fantastic, I should note, with the Head Cleavers. With the Menace, your opponent needs to double block, right? And then if you offer Immortality, you're just getting a pretty sweet 2-for-1, generally. Alright, nothing here for us. Last few picks. I'd say that was a pretty good pack one. White didn't seem particularly open, and it's not like we have some amazing black cards, but after first picking Kaya, second picking Evangelist, I'd say it's probably pretty unlikely for me to move out of where we are. We'll see, though. It could entirely depend on what we open, although I do like Seed Core. I don't think it's a card you want to first pick. With all of the mites that you can make in this format, the ability is actually really, really strong. It's like a weird Pendelhaven of sorts, right? If you have the Corrupted, you can give a 1/1 creature +2/+1 until end of turn. And it generally can add any mana for you, since the vast majority of creatures in the format are Phyrexian creatures. But that being said, we have 2 pretty good choices here, the Crawling Chorus and the Flensing Raptor, and I am a big fan of the Flensing Raptor. We already have a couple of cheaper Toxic creatures to curve into, so 2 mana Toxic creature into Flensing Raptor gets the poison starting to tick. This is just a nice one. Happy with that choice. Okay, we are getting past a Glissa Sunslayer. One of the best rares in the format. This card is brutal if you do not have a way to immediately kill it. 3/3 First Strike Death Touch. That's already good enough as it is, but if you hit the opponent with this, yeah, it's just great. Generally, you're going to be drawing a card, but sometimes you get some extra value from it. I cannot pass that card. We're in black. We have 2 Dune Movers already, so this will be an easy enough splash. Porcelain Zealot is, I guess, the next card we're losing out on, and then maybe like Conviction, which might wheel. Easy Glissa. Yeah, this pack's pretty weak. I guess the Gulping Scrap Trap at this point is going to be our choice. I mean, there is a world where I could be green-black poison, maybe splashing Evangelist. I wouldn't be able to splash the Kaya, though. But there's not really any good green except for Predation here, so I'm fine just taking the Scrap Trap and staying in black. Okay, on to the next pack. We're seeing another Seed Core here. This pack has 2 rares and all 3 uncommons still. Getting another Evangelist is pretty sweet. Yeah, now we really, really want to be able to get the early poison on the opponent. Again, more important that we get corrupted than trying to kill them with the poison, but that's really good. Losing out on a Pestilent Siphoner, that kind of sucks, as that's another really solid 2-drop that can get the poison train rolling. Another Glider, there's a Complete Devotion, and even Necrogen Communion I've actually been okay with playing. Because Toxic stacks, so if you put this on a Toxic creature, it's going to add 2 Toxic if it already has some. Speaking of, there is another Necrogen Communion, although I'm not sure I'm supposed to take that here over Attendant, which has been really good, or maybe a little bit of removal, Vanish it into Eternity. Also 2 of the Sacrifice lands in black here. This is interesting. The Attendant seems really, really good, right? We can bounce Evangelist for value. We can bounce Raptor for value. We can bounce Dune Mover if we really need to. I think I like taking the Attendant here over the Vanish. Dang, wrong fixing land. That would have been nice if it's fixed for Glissa. Don't need a second Scrap Trap here. I think we'll take a sideboard Duress. Seems okay. Jeez. Okay, well, that's amazing. We're getting, what, a 7th pick, Flensing Raptor #2. That's perfect. Another Slaughter Singer going around as well. No big deal. Vat Emergence. This is another one that actually has a lot of value in our deck since we have, like, the double Evangelist and Glissa. I will take that. I'm not sure if I'm going to play it, though. Or at least I'm not going to start it in the main. I guess the biggest issue right now for me is that I haven't seen the good 2-drop poison creatures. Yeah. Like, I only have 2-drop poison creatures right now, so we really need to find the cheaper ones. Like, I guess I did pass a Chorus, but I think taking the Raptor there made sense. Skull Bomb versus Bearer. Bearer's not bad. When you have a couple of bombs to draw to and whatnot, I think Testament Bearer can do some work, but I'd rather take the Skull Bomb here for cheaper. Lower my curve. Alright, last few pickups here in this pack. I'm probably not going to see anything worthwhile. Okay, Zealot's Conviction may be a trick we end up running. And like I said, maybe we run the Communion. I don't think this is bad. When it dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control. I haven't seen this happen yet, but there are some of these type of cards. As we get the other Communion, I don't think we would want to be running 2. But this type of card where it says when it dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control. So you can actually enchant your opponent's creatures, and then if you kill them, you get them back on your side. Kind of funny. All right, pack number 3. We opened another land, the Monumental Facade. We're not going to be taking that because we have one of the best uncommons in the format, and that is the Annex Sentry. 1/4 Toxic 1, eats a creature or artifact. Mana value 3 or less when it enters. Just very good. Very, very good. Bladed Ambassador is also decent. Yeah, nothing's even close to Annex Sentry here in the pack, so great uncommon open for us. Oh my god! And now we are getting maybe the best card in the format. Top 2, top 3. We're getting past the Eternal Wanderer here. And we have to pass the Siphoner. That's amazing. There are a lot of times, if I was, you know, opening my pack 3, and I was, say, red-green, and I opened Wanderer, I could actually see just taking it, because that's how good the card is. It's just, yeah, it's incredible. Let's make sure we get it. 6 mana, it generally is going to win you the game. No more than 1 creature can attack at each combat. It gets rid of a blocker or an attacker because it flickers something until the opponent's end of turn. It makes a 2/2 double strike, and the -4 is absolutely brutal. So insane pickup there for us. Now we're seeing a Rat and a Chorus. Great, we wanted both of those. I think the Rat's probably a little bit better than the Chorus for us, but both are decent choices for sure. I mean, this deck looks kind of incredible. Maybe it's missing some removal, but you have to remember I have the double Evangelist, so those are kind of like removal spells here. And yeah, now we're getting an Ossification. Perfect. One of the better white removal spells in the format. It's just 2 mana, get rid of a creature, and generally your opponent's not running enchantment removal, so. Charge of the Mites, also great. There's a Vraska's Fall, which I don't like this as a removal spell, but that being said, because we just want to get our opponent to 3 poison, you know, it could be playable. There's, I guess, our first Complete Devotion versus the Skull Bomb. Skull Bomb, pretty good here, actually, as another way to kind of push poison onto our opponents. But I think I'd rather have the first Devotion since they cycle. Let's do that. Alright, I'm guessing I'm just going to take another land here as I don't want to run 3 Head Cleavers. Some more of these alternate arts. Kind of hard to tell what they are at first. This is Kethic Crucible Goliath. That one's not very good. I will take the Skull Bomb. I don't think I am going to play it like I mentioned. Another Devotion. I don't know if we want 2, but that's not bad. We already have another Skull Bomb on the board as well. Yeah, we have a white Skull Bomb, a black Skull Bomb, Conviction, and a complete Devotion in our sideboard. So have a lot of tricks in our sideboard to push through. I mean, I guess I can cut the Bone Picker Scourge and maybe run one of those other tricks again. Yeah, I'm gonna run this draw Skull Bomb, I think. When we have access to like Glissa and Evangelist, that seems good enough. This deck looks crazy. Kaya, Eternal Wanderer, 2 Evangelists, bunch of good, I mean Glissa too, bunch of good cheap poison creatures now. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I just wish we had a few more. Oh, that's a nice sideboard vanish. Few more cheap poison creatures. Because we only have 3 2-drops. So it's a little bit unfortunate that we didn't get... Like, I think 5 would be ideal. And any more than that would be great. But, yeah. Kaya's not the one that proliferates, right? It's Vraska that proliferates. Yeah. Good deck, though. Very, very good looking white-black poison plan, splashing Glissa. I can see running 1 forest. I could see running 2. I think with 2 Dune Movers, 1 forest is probably safe. That gives us 3 green sources for Glissa. And while, yeah, sure, they would be ideal to run her out on turn 3, a Glissa is still pretty damn good later on in the game, you know? It's not like one of those cards where you kind of need it on turn 2 for it to be good. This deck's crazy. Crazy, crazy. 7-7-1. That leads to 8-8-1 for us. I mean, I think this deck is kind of great. Will it play out that way? We will find out. Decent looking curve, though. Submit this, and let's go to round 1 here of this Phyrexia All Will Be One draft with our crazy Bombo deck. Okay, here we are for round 1 of this Phyrexia All Will Be One draft. We are on the draw, and our hand is bad. That looks like a very easy mulligan to 6 to me. And that looks like a pretty damn good looking 6. Okay. I think here I like pitching a Plains because we have the Dune Mover turn 2 anyways and we're on the draw. So let's keep all of our spells. Let's pitch one of the lands back. Thirsting Roots turn 1. Playing against the classic red-green, sure. Kind of nice. We drew 2 of our, 3 2-drop toxic creatures? Oh, they're 3 color. Boo, they have a glider. I guess I'm going to Blight Belly Rat here instead of Dune Mover for now, since we don't really need the land yet. And this is harder to kill since it's 2 toughness. Ah, well, that's a reason to go grab green. I think I like going the Flensing Raptor here this turn, though, for curve purposes. Really important for us to try to get that 3 poison on the opponent immediately, you know? Nice. All right, so 1 poison online. If we drew a land next turn, that'd be pretty good. We could go Ossification plus Dune Mover. Yeah, Lattice Blade Mantis. That's a pretty good Ossification target. So land here is great. Beautiful. Ossification the Swamp. Eat the Mantis. Attack with both. They'll block 1, but they'll take 2 damage and 1 poison. And then we'll go Dune Mover for a forest. And it's very possible that Scrap Trap is also just a good play next turn if we wanted to. Indoctrination Attendant, probably bouncing a land, replaying a land. Sure. So 3 cards in their hand. So Forest, Glissa, pass. And remember, our deck has Kaya and the Wanderer, or the Emperor or whatever, in our deck still, so. Have some crazy, crazy bombs available to us. Yeah, Vorak's not going to cut it. Oh, do they just brick? Yikes. Always sucks when you play Vorak and you don't hit your land. So we're not worried about pump effects because Glissa's got First Strike, Death Touch. So we simply just attack in. And if they had Burn, they would have already killed her. So 3 damage, and I get to draw a card. Very nice. Let's Scrap Trap it up. Give them the 3rd poison for corruption. And now anytime we draw one of our evangelists, they're just insano 5 mana, 4/4 vigilance, kill a creature cards. Another Attendant. Okay. I love Attendant, but man, they do not look very good here. I'm just going to be content with attacking with Glissa and nothing else. Because if they want to start chumping Glissa, that's also really good for us. And if they don't, then, well, we're drawing extra cards and they're still on a clock. Dune Mover, no land. I would imagine they start chumping next turn on the Glissa. And if she turns into Abyss every turn, that's fine. What a crazy 3-drop in limited. Okay, one of our tap lands. Yeah, okay. She's done, what, 9 damage and drawn 3 cards here? I think I'm going to hold the Communion, but realistically we could run it out on Glissa. But as they are playing white, I don't want to play it out, and then they use a planar interruption and stop me from doing anything. All right, here we go. Some attacks are coming through. My blocks are going to be pretty easy. So our game plan here is to not take 3 poison so that we leave them off of any corrupted business. So Scrap Trap is going to just jump in front of a 3/4. Both of the 2/2s we have are going to jump in front of the 1/1s. And I could double block one of these, but I think taking 6 is reasonable. Plus, we have really, really nice attack backs. Okay. They just gave it up. So, what are they doing? Green-white, pseudo-toxic with a splash of red. I mean, we didn't even draw our good cards that game. Sorry, we drew Glissa, I lied. Kind of. Okay, I take that back. We drew Glissa, she kind of soloed them, but we didn't draw any of our top-end good cards. Run it back. Game number 2 here of the first round. Pretty good looking hand. Both of our Dune movers. So we are going to be able to fix if necessary. Although I will say, man, when you have this many lands, it does feel weird to go and grab another with the Dune. Like if we put a forest on top, that's just kind of strange, right? I might just play out the first Dune mover without grabbing a land. Especially since we have the attendant that can grab one back later. Because I don't really want to draw a land next turn, you know? There's viral spawning. I don't mind taking regular damage. Yeah, see. Land's not looking too good here. So I'm going to go for a block, and then I'm going to go for Offer Immortality and hope that they don't have Charge of Mites. Because if I use Complete Devotion, yes, I draw a card, but it's actually just a trade still. Hover Wings, sure. Uh-oh. Now we are starting to flood out a little bit. So effectively our Dune movers are just 2/1s here. 2/1s with Toxic. I don't think it's correct to bounce a land when we have Kaya and Wanderer in our deck. So let's bounce a land here. Oh, sorry, Dune mover here. And keep ourselves on pace with the land drops. Hey. Token's not blocking anyways, so I think I'm fine if they block the token. Sure, that's fine. I still draw. I'm only losing a token here. All right, well, I guess now that we drew Glissa, I probably should put a forest on top. We want to get to 7 anyways, so next turn we go Glissa plus Dune Mover, and the turn after that we go Kaya. I'm probably going to chump their Vorak here, just because our power level is so high. I just need to survive to get to that point. So go to combat, they tap down my attendant. Presumably. Glissa plus Mover into Kaya. We might just uptick with Kaya and start draining for 3. Exile target creature or enchantment. Would be sweet if you could exile artifacts with that. Because then I could like exile the Hover Wings and get a copy of Hover Wings myself. That would be nuts. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to go to 8. I'm going to go to combat. They're going to tap down Glissa. And then we are going to sit back. Yeah, because they have the hover wings, we don't have a good -3. I mean, I guess if we -3 on the Vorak, we do get like a 1/1 flyer that can block for the turn, but they just tap it down and kill her, so. +3 life, +3 loyalty looks really good. And then maybe next turn we use the draw too. If they want, they could deal like 5 damage to Kaya. Actually, they could do 6. Move the hover wings over to the Vorak. Oh, they're going to tap my attendant aggressively and then attack with all? Okay, I'm okay with this. Uh-oh. They got their red. Yeah, I'm going to trade with their steward here. And if they have a way to deal 2 extra damage, that's fine. That's great for us. They had to expend a bunch of resources to kill the Kaya. All right. I think I attack with both here. I need to find something, though. That was not it. Yikes. That was a really bad draw. Better than land, but not good. So I guess they attack me for 6 here, put me to 4, tap down the Glissa. Not good. I don't think leaving back the attendant this turn was good, though. Okay, that does not save me. In fact, it's probably... Well, I mean, I guess they saw the ossification last game. But... Damn. If we had drawn ossification last turn instead of communion, we might have been in a good spot. I guess maybe I should be cutting the communion for the deck and just running something else, like another... Yeah, I guess another complete devotion's probably better. Or running that vanish. Alright, let's see if they go for it. They indeed did. So we're going to get a game 3 here. Alright. Take out the communion, put another devotion in. Let's go win. On to game 3 here of the first round. We'll be on the play this time. Okay. It's a keeper. It's a little bit slow, but it's a keeper. I wouldn't mind drawing a land next turn, and that way we could Dune Mover and make sure we have 4 the following turn. Turn 1 chorus is annoying. Alright, so yeah, now we can go grab Forest. I think is fine. Sadly, I'm not going to block their chorus if it attacks. Boo. I will use the devotion if you want me to. I fear here that they're gonna get the corrupted online, and then the glider is gonna make it really hard to race them. So this is gonna put me to 2 poison. Yeah, so if they want to, they can just give me the corrupted immediately. Ah, they've had a nice curve out. 1, 2, 3. Alright, they grabbed a land instead. I would be very sad if we lost with this deck. Why can't we draw the Wanderer? Kaya, you're good. Wanderer, you're better. Hopefully it's just attendant or something. Yeah, that's fine. Good news is the Scrap Trap here can trade with the Mantis even if they use the ability. Okay. Okay, that seems like a better play now. We didn't see much removal from them. Yeah, this is nice. All right, so now Glissa gets to start doing Glissa things. Ooh, Tapper is also annoying. They're going extremely wide on me right now. In fact, maybe it's not right to attack with the Glissa here. Maybe I just play out Scrap Trap and sit back. Wow, okay. In that case, I am attack. Oh, no, if I attack, they just block with Chorus, though. Yeah, I think I need to sit back here. This is really awkward. I need to sit back for this turn, I think. It's just too bad if I attack with Sunslayer, they chump with the Chorus, then they like tap something down and attack with all. Alright, that gets him up to 2 poison. 2 of the lands in my deck enter tapped. That would not be very fun. Come on, swamp off the top one time. Oh gosh, you know what the best part about the Wanderer here would be? Is that I would keep my Glissa, the Scrap Trap dying would proliferate, put the Wanderer up to 2 again. And that means when I leave them with their Chorus, it wouldn't be able to kill. So untap land here just wins the game on the spot. Beautiful. Absolutely freaking beautiful. I mean, if you were the opponent, or if I were the opponent rather, I'd be very sad. Glissa, Wanderer, and we saw the Kaya, yeah? Alright, so we're going to give them Crawling Chorus. I'm going to take the Glissa. Oh, I guess they have the Hover Wings. Let's see, proliferate. Yeah, so the Glissa, or rather the Wanderer, is going to die anyways here. Let's draw a card. Swamp gives us access to Kaya. Alright, just drew Glare. Not that that's bad. That's fine. I think we're okay with what happened. I think we're okay with the Wanderer dying here. I'd say that she got her value. Also, we're still left with a Glissa. Where's that swamp? That ain't it. I might cycle off a Devotion here on the rat end of turn if they don't do anything. We will see, though. Okay. They could bounce the Hover Wings if they wanted to. They should have attacked first, though, if they were going to do that. All right, they just bounced a land. I mean, at the moment, I don't even think we're winning by all that much. Yeah, they're going to pump their chorus. I take 4. I go to 8. Sheesh. Let's cycle one of these Devotions end of turn. Head Cleaver. I'm going to cycle another. Okay, Evangelist was decent, but we've got Kaya mana now. So I'm going to go Kaya, uptick, and pass. We have just way too much action here. We just need to deploy it. We're going to cast all of our insane cards this game, aren't we? Glissa, Wanderer, Kaya. We're going to get one of the Evangelists. Oh gosh, you know what I can do? I can play Evangelist, kill a creature, and then -3 on Evangelist. And make a baby copy of it to kill another creature immediately. Wait, does that even do anything? I guess I could just exile the creature itself. I guess it makes more sense to Evangelist, kill something, eat their attendant, and then bounce the Evangelist with the attendant trigger. Yeah, never mind. I was about to get way too cute. Alright. So let's see if they attack Kaya, if they attack face. Yeah, I like it. I think going face is good. We can just sit back here, though, right? Yeah, I mean, I guess I should be attacking. They're going to chump with their Crawling Chorus, but whatever. Oh, they didn't block. So they're just going to die to... Okay, I'm actually going to remove counters from their Steward, then draw any cards. So they can't randomly pump and kill me. And then I think, given our hand... I like killing their 3/3 here and sacrificing the Skull Bomb. Just playing it extremely safe when we're so far ahead and have so much crazy value going on. Oh no, Thirsting Roots! Red source. Okay. What do they got? I'm excited. You might not hear my voice, but I'm excited. All right, you got me. I think my splashed card is a little bit better. Nahiri has not been good. All right. GG's. And with that, it only took casting 3 of the best possible cards in the format, but we won. And now we're 1-0. Let's go to the next. On to round number 2 we go. On the draw, hand looks pretty darn good. No green source yet for the Glissa, but we have a few other ways to get, or a few different ways to get there. And a good curve out otherwise. Looks like the tap lands are not going to be too much of an issue here, as turn 2 we get to go 2-drop, and then turn 3 2-drop with tap land. Duelist of Deep Faith. That's one of the 2-drops we were looking for. Alright, given that we are on the draw, we're going to go with our 1-3 here. This is exactly what I was talking about when I said that the glider is just good. Right? 1-3 blocker here looks fantastic. Prism. Guess our opponent's also splashing something. All right. Rat and pass. So we want to start getting the poison online since we drew the evangelist here. Yeah, this hand just wants to rattle off a few different lands, doesn't it? Green-white toxic, maybe. Yeah, I mean, if they have like a Ruthless Predation on my glider, that's okay. No, they have the Slaughter Singer. That's not good. That does mean they can attack now for 3. So I might need to Ossification the Singer here. Nice, we did draw land. I guess instead, I kind of just like playing the Attendant and maybe not bouncing anything. Like 4 mana 3/4 toxic 1 still looks okay here. Ah, they're 3-color as well. Okay, so kind of a mirror match. I'm guessing if they're fetching Swamp, that green is the splash and not black. What you got planned, OP? Wait, filtering black into white? What is going on? Oh, sure. So they're gonna pump the Singer to give me 3 toxic? Ugh. Man, I kind of want to block here, but alright, I have been corrupted. Wow, good draw. Good draw. I'm going to attack with both my toxic creatures here. I'm not going to mind if they double block the Attendant. I don't think they are. I don't think they're going to block at all. But if they do, that's okay. And then we have a bunch of different plays we can make. We can just go with Glissa, Ossification. We could go with Evangelist, kill something. Yeah, really no wrong way to do this. think I'm going to lead on the Evangelist and kill the Singer. And that leaves him with no good attacks currently. And the 4/4 Vigilance looks pretty good here. This is going to be a little bit of bait too, because they haven't used a removal spell yet. So I kind of want them to use a removal spell and then I run out the Glissa, if that makes sense. And there it is. Anoint with Affliction. Perfect. They have to be really careful here, because my glider's turned online, so I can attack them back for 9 damage next turn. And since I'm already corrupted, I'm going to be like, don't care. Go ahead and hit me. Alright, there's Disruption. That's fine. Remember, Glissa kills enchantments too. So. Yep, let's push the pressure. I'm going to go Ossification. Ether Raptor. Attack for 5. And then play Glissa. So we successfully got 2 removal spells out of their hand. So I'd say there's decent odds that the Glissa just now wins. But who knows? Maybe they have more. All right, adding green again. If this is just like a Plague Nurse, yeah, that's game over. So we go Raptor. Pump the Rat. And actually, that's just lethal with Complete Devotion as well. I mean, they're going to have to chump the Glissa. But you know what I should have done? I should have not even attacked with Glissa and just pumped, because then they know they're dead. But whatever. GG's. Nice little game 1 there for us. So Mirror Match, Toxic Battle. Looks like they're maybe splashing for Singer and a couple other cards or something, and not necessarily bombs like what I have. Any sideboard worthwhile here? I could see Duress. I could see Conviction. Oh, you'll note that I did take out Communion from the main deck and threw in the second Complete Devotion instead. Yeah, I kind of like the Duress on the draw over one of the Devotions. Go to game 2. Never gonna mulligan a hand with Wanderer in it. Nice. So once again, this might be another game where I don't grab a land with Dune Mover. I guess maybe I just play Rat on turn 2 instead. And then we can decide later on if we want to grab a land. This is going to be a nice curve. Turn 2 Rat, turn 3 Sentry, turn 4 Mover, Ossification. Looks absolutely gross. Oh, they just straight up anointed my Rat. They missed a land drop too. All right. Let's get the Mover online. I'll go ahead and grab a Forest here. It's awkward, but we want to hit our 6th land, and I want to get green for eventual potential Glissas. Ooh, Infectious Inquiry. All right, so they're still not developing out to the board. I'm going to just pass. I could play out the Sentry on the Flesh Cutter, but I don't think that's particularly good. I'd rather hit a creature if they have one, and if they play something that costs more than 3, we can ossification it instead. Singer and Duelist, okay. So let's go Sentry. Eat the Duelist, and then we're going to ossification the Singer. I guess I'll offer the trade first. Okay. Good, good, good. Probably just going to start making 2/2 double strikes with Wanderer. Well, I hope they use a planner here. If they use a rest here, that's so bad for them, because then the Wanderer doesn't. Yikes! What? Expand the sphere? Oh no. I've never seen this card cast, or at least I don't recall it. Alright, they just grabbed a couple of lands. Jeez. Gosh, we drew the Evangelist too. They're going to need one of the other bombs in the format. They're playing the right colors for a lot of the bombs, but they're going to need one of them right now. Hey, they did have the disruption. Okay. Let's see. I do have ways to unlock that. But, I mean, they're still just dying on the board, too. Okay, so let's... I'll go ahead and Evangelist there, Siphoner, and just smack in for, what, 2, 4, 6, 7 damage. Four life, 6 poison. What do you have? All right, and the answer is nothing. Looks like we'd have drawn if offer immortality next turn off of the Basilica. Okay, 2-0. Let's see if we can trophy. And the third and final round of this Phyrexia All Will Be One draft is a go. Boo. On the draw. But the hand is okay, I guess. Keepable, certainly. Gonna go ahead and just turn one Skull Bomb. We might want to cycle that off at some point. I mean, this wouldn't be a bad creature curve out. Green-white, we're probably versus another poison type deck. Yeah, don't love to see a turn 2 convert on the play. Oh, that's going to be a problem if they just start playing creatures ahead of curve. A lot of scary 4-drops are possible. No, what is this one? Okay, so they have a turn 3 Attendant. They might bounce a land here too because they have the convert. Would not be surprising, yeah. Gross, my friends, gross. I guess we go Raptor Pass. I'm going to leave the Glider back. It blocks the Might, it blocks the Convert should that decide to attack. Okay. I'm guessing this is the +2/+1 trick, Affinity for Artifacts. So I'm just going to block as such and force them to use it now. We'll take 8 damage if that's the case. Oh, maybe they had double trick. All right. Huh. That or indeed they just had another trick in hand. Rather the +2/+1 trick in hand. I need to get the poison started on them. Now the question is, do I want to just run out the head cleaver and have them do the same thing again next turn? That is to say, use another trick. Like attack with all, use another trick would be kind of annoying, but I guess that's fine if that's the case. Okay, I'm just going to block the 1/1 here. And that plays around +2 effects. If it's Titanic Growth, I was going to get by it anyways. Got by it, I should say. Just Tiber Stand? Sure. Sure. Good curve and a couple tricks. Kind of annoying here. Alright, we put them up to 2. And then I definitely want to attack with the Raptor. Because now once this Raptor attacks, if we draw one of our 2 Evangelists, they are online. And I think that's much more important than leaving this back to block. So now that they're on Corrupted, or rather Poison 3, I can start leaving the Raptor back. But that turn, I think it was correct to attack with it. Tyra next time. Nope. What is it? 6 mana? Oh, Vanish and attack for 4. Okay, so I'm going to go to 7 life, 6 poison. Their draw's been good. Let's see if we can stabilize. I am going to get back our Head Cleaver. See what we draw. Land, Hive Master, pass. And hope that they don't again have more pressure. It's actually kind of sick. Their draw was really weak versus removal, but I just didn't draw any removal. Well, here we go. All right. I'm going to make the obvious blocks, and if you have another Tiber Stand kills us. No, they wanted to push. Interesting. Oh, wait. Why did I think... Shoot, I thought my Hive Master was a Head Cleaver. Whoopsies. Oh, they just had 3 more poison? All right, let's draw a Wanderer. That is a land. Am I dead? I can go block, go to 1. I am not technically dead here. I go to 9 poison, I go to 1 life. And that's assuming they drew nothing for the turn. Sheesh. But why wouldn't they draw something? Wow, that would be a huge blowout if we had anything there. We kill something in response, they don't kill our Head Cleaver. Damn. Okay. Well... We'll be on the play this time. I mean, even if we had just drawn our Ossification or Sentry, we'd probably win that game because we slow them down enough. But game 2, hey, and there's Ossification and Sentry. Beautiful. Sand looks pretty good. It doesn't have much pressure, but it is a nice opening hand. Yeah, they've got another 1-drop. Oh yeah, we're going to curve out on them this time. If they attack, I will block. If they want to use their Complete Devotion, whatever. If this creature had Toxic, maybe I don't block. because then I can start getting that online, but I'm fine blocking here if they attack. Hey, that's fine too. We have the attendant to get value back on that one. This is an absolutely fine sentry as well, because the way I see it, if we want to, if they play something better for me to exile with the sentry, we can always just attendant that back instead. Though odds are I'm going to bounce the glider here. This is probably a charge of mites. Not a big deal. Absolutely great value. Oh, they had nothing. Even better. Well, now it's our turn to be on the play with a nice curve out. Do they want to bounce a land? They do. Sure. So we go fair. Ossification. Eat their attendant. Attack for 5. Give them 3 poison. Glider's then turned on for next turn. Look at me. I'm the curve out now. What can you do versus such beats? You could concede. I'll allow it. No plays. Okay. This looks like an okay spot to sack the Basilica, see if we find something. Charge of mites, my mite token in response. I like it. Just get in for an extra point of damage here. So that's going to put him to 5 life and 6 poison. All right. Good stuff. Duress might actually be worth it versus them on the draw again. We'll cut 1 devotion, bring in Duress on the draw, and go to a game 3. Okay, on to game 3 here of this Phyrexia All Will Be One draft. We're on the draw, of course. We have double Evangelist. We really need to get our opponent corrupted. And given that we know they're pretty aggressive, I don't know if that's going to be the easiest thing for us to do, but we will try. Ah, damn it, they've got their turn 2 convert again. If we draw Ossification, I would immediately use it. Sadly, I am not going to put a forest on top of this. I do not like my odds this game. I mean, most likely, I would guess, is we have to run out Evangelist as a 4/4 on turn 5. Yeah, they have the same exact curve as game 1. Crap. Alrighty. That's good. Okay. That was a really solid draw. They bounced a land for the attendant, so the sentry here actually is really, really annoying for them. I want to block, but we know they have so many tricks in their deck that it's probably not correct too. So if they attack, I'll go ahead and just take it. We actually have decent attack backs, and again, man, if we can get these Evangelists online, that will be the make or break of the game. Yep, you got me. No plays? Ooh, and we drew a good one. All right, we're attacking. Charge of Mites would be annoying here. But I think this is correct. Yeah, okay. Okay. So we are going to start playing defensive. I need to attack next turn to get the Corrupted online, but this is pretty scary. Ah, geez, they had another. Okay, so ideally I hit an untapped land here then. I go to 11, I go to 5 poison. Untap land, please. Oh, that's brutal. That might have just lost us. Definitely might have just lost us the game. I don't think I can even attack. Obviously, I need to get them corrupted, but I need to hold back. We know they have multiple tricks in their deck, and they probably have one in hand already. Yeah, damn it, dude. Sick. Ah, our deck is so good. But this match was all about who was on the play. I'm going to take 5. I'm going to go to 6. I'm going to go to 8 poison. I need them to have nothing here. I don't even know what I can draw. Like land into Wanderer is our out, I guess. I wonder if they're thinking about using Devotion back, or maybe they use a... If they have the Tyver's Stand, it might be worth it for them to protect their might since I'm going to 8. Okay. If they have the stand, we die. That'll do it. They have it. GG's. We take 2 poison, we die. Woo-wee! Yeah, their draw was sick. Brutal! Well, I will say, our deck was insane, but sometimes the draws just don't line up. Like, being on the play there was the nuts for them. And both games that we lost, they had the turn 2 convert into turn 3 attendant with a bunch of tricks for pressure. So, unfortunate. It always feels bad to lose with a deck this strong. But, I mean, what you gonna do? Sometimes you don't draw your bombs. Sometimes that one tap land, I mean, they hurt us in the end. Like, had we been able to play the Evangelist on the turn that we drew the Skill Bomb, we were probably also going to be all right there. Fun stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed. Crazy deck. Some GGs. We'll see you back next week for some more.